Alright, jatketaas. Katsotaanko me vähän ympärillä vai pitäisikö meidän ensimmäisenä... Levotustakin voisi tietenkin vähän miettiä. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams in waking life. Inland Empire-kyky. At high levels, Inland Empire animates the inanimates. You have conversations with your clothing, conversations that may change the course of the investigation if you're not thrown in the loony bin first. With low Inland Empire, however, you're void of imagination. Elikkä tavallaan niin mielikuvituskin voi puuttua tavallaan sitä Inland Empire-kykyä vähän voi. Okay. Niin meidän piti tehdä se kenttäruumiin avauskin. Pitäisikö meidän se lähteä tekemään periaatteessa nyt? Täällä on jotain vissiin. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Mennään tekee se kenttäruumiin avaus.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Mä en vielä saa sitä exact countia, mutta se varmaan tarvii jonkun työkalun tai jutun. Mä luulen. Saapa se ruumis nyt.
The rotting man lies on his side, with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
Okei. Ei muuta kuin otetaan se lomake sieltä meidän setistä.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
Okay.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Okei. Mä saan valita. Mennään ihan alusta alkaen.
That's you.
Kirjoitetaan meidän epämääräinen nimi, kun me ei tiedä kuka me ollaan.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Right.
Next.
Nimi.
NA. Next.
Syntymäpäivä.
NA.
Ikä.
Roughly 50.
50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook. Teeming with opportunistic microorganisms, letting out a foul-smelling diamine compound. Your eyes turn watery.
Okei.
Mondial.
Kirjoitetaan ylös.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sukupuoli.
Fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Wow. Mä voisin kirjoittaa vaihtoehdoksi fucky tai pigs gonna have sex myöskin. Laitetaan mitä Kim sanoo.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Maaliskuun 4.51.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only 1 box remains.
Sekin on jännä tavallaan, että jos ei ole identiteettiä tiedetä jostakin ruumista tai tälleen, niin sehän on vaan periaatteessa joku tämmönen niin tilastonumero ja kirjailla ja kun mietitään tosielämässäkin, että se on aika karua, mutta jonkun se työ pitää tehdä. tosielämässä miettikääpä niitä poliiseja, jotka
At least not
joutuu
after
tuota
the
hommaa
initial
tekemään.
examination.
Ei voi muuta kuin nostaa hattua siitä, että mitä kaikkea ne joutuu sulattaa varmaan.
A strange word. Treatment.
Meilläkö aivot alkoi puhumaan? What exactly is treatment anyway, kysytäänpä.
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed.
Okei.
Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
2 aivopuoliskoa tappelee keskenään. Toinen sanoo, että joskus on ihan ok olla epävarma ja sitten toinen käskee vähän niin kuin, että pitäisi laittaa vaan, että juu, samaa mieltä. Mitä jos mä menisin sillä vaan, että mä sanon, että ei ole en ole itekään varma. Tai en ole ihan varma.
A silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-Delorian burial rites.
Oh wow.
It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Tää tulee varmaan sitäkin vanhoja muistoja tai tämmöisiä mieleen sieltä niin aikaisemmista keisseistä.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide.
Oh, wow.
The other, an accident. The small one.
Synkkää. Helvetin synkkää.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
Wow.
We should start the post.
Tuo tuli niinku vaan jostakin aivojen kopukoista vaan yhtäkkiä.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copy paper tries to answer why.
Noin. Tehdä ulkoinen tutkimus, yhteenveto.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
Olisiko pitää boksereiden merkkikin laittaa tarkkaan, mutta
See, it's happening.
kaikki on varmaan oleellista jossain mielessä.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Okei, kirjoitetaan ylös.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Okei.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling
Mikä
a map
käytiin
of the night
aikaisemminkin
sky.
läpi.
It reaches from
taivas.
the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Kim on tosi metodinen ja tarkka.
The
Tässä
deceased
kuvailuissa.
has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8
Metri
meters.
80.
Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Okay. Okei, write down short light brown male pattern baldness. Tai sitten mä voin jopa koskea sen ruumiin hiuksia ennen kuin jatkaa. Mutta mä kirjoitan. Ollaan nyt metodisia.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
No.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Huumekersa ei
In
tietää,
addition,
missä
there are
mennään.
bite marks on the face,
Taustalla
scalp,
vaan oli
and
se.
chest. Consistent with predation.
Voin korostaa sitä high velocity. Kirjoitetaan vaan mitä Kim sanoo.
Ligature mark.
Okay. The stench is horrid after fall. It's obvious that material can be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the bell so we can get to the ligature mark.
Jaa,
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
totta. Pull out the rubber grip cutters and prepare the chain cutters. Laitetaan tuo ali.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
Hyvä, että me käytiin sillä autolla työkaluboksilla.
we need to cut the bell to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Whiteheart, yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. I'm not your pig. Look for a good spot to cut. Cut the belt off, 58%. Katsotaanpa silmämäärästäkään hyvä spotti.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread, rising from the east.
Okei, meillä on 58% chanssi.
You jam the cutters right under the knot.
Okei.
That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then
Se on jankissa jumissa. Pyöritetäänkö me lisää? Leikataanko me lisää? Vai kirvataanko vaan, että fuckity fuck? Noin. Se kuitenkin siinä äijä ihossa jo kiinni, niin noin. Pitäisikö vaan kirvata?
the lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to your aid.
Tehosanoja appuu. Mä mietin, että pitäisikö pyöräyttää lisää vai antaa leikata. Mä pyörätän vähän lisää.
A really, really bad smell is coming from there now, and some kind of cracking sound.
Okei, ei oo muuta vaihtoehtoja enää kuin leikata.
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that faggoty! Corpse fucking time!
Jesus.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Okei, Kim tulee väliin, hyvä. Let him work. Kim saa ottaa.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Yes, that's much better form than you have.
Okei.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around
No niin,
it.
nyt nähdään.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Okei. Ylös kirjoitetaan.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia.
Now, let's get up and see.
No hyvä näkö.
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Kimma ei mikään tyhmä.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Does it look like he was enjoying his moment of death? Inspect the genitals, write down and move on. Pitäisikö vaan itekin olla... Mä kysyn tuosta ensimmäisestä, kun sillä oli kuitenkin se... Siinähän sanottiin, kun aluksi tutkittiin sitä, kun se oli siinä puussa roikkumassa, että se niinkö viimeisenä hetkenä olisi hymyillyt tai nauttinut jostain ennen kuin se kuoli.
Ah yes, your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
Yes, processing science, that's what I meant.
Just write down that we request an analysis.
The corpse with his pants down does not have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a deathly odor.
Okei. Pitääkö se sitten vaan... Write it down as semen sample.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars,
Aika paljon jälkiä
too
kuitenkin
numerous to
ruumiilla.
count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Saan joko kirjoittaa suoraan tai sitten päätellä, että siis body of soldier mercenary. Mä ehkä nyt menen sillä, että voisin todeta, että se on ehkä palkkasotilas.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
No, kirjoitetaan ylös.
Last item. Hands.
Mä saan ite nostaa sen käden tai antaa sen katsoa. Mä annan sen tehdä sen homman, koska se sanoo, että eikö se ollut niin poliisiopin mukaisesti, että toisen piti tehdä ne kirjoittamiset ja toinen tekee sen niin tutkimisen.
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Kysytään tosta.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Okei.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Ja sillä alkaa tulee vähän huono olo tätä menoa. Okei. Sisäinen tutkimus. Yhteenveto.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Vaihtoehto vaan, että nope.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it. Gently, a rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Varmaan ilkeä tunne.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact and remarkable.
Se tieto ylös.
Respiratory system.
Okay.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound.
Jaa.
Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips.
Pari
and mouth.
hammasimplanttiikin.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid, ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Look inside the dead man's mouth. Mä pystyn katsomaan sisälle. Se kurkat.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Vaihtoehto, että mä voisin vielä syvemmälläkin katsoa. Mutta mä mietin, että jos mä oksennan, niin se ei voi olla huono todistejuttujen kannalta, niin pitäisikö... Kokeillaan, katsotaan sisemmälle.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Mitä? Mistä toi tuli? Ask me later. Se mielikuvitus?
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Kysyä myöhemmin. Okei. Okay. Kirjoita taas ylös.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Eikö mennä mitään?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
Jaa, siinä se.
That's
Okei.
it.
Sitten ei kirjoittaa mitään.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Kirjoitetaan vaan eikä laita kyseenalaistaa.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Ei muuta kuin ylös.
Gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voilà.
Keep the voi tai jätä pois se voi asena. Jätetään se pois.
What's next on the list?
Vahinkojen ja vammojen kuvaus, eiks näin?
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Okei. Okay. What about the injuries we have inflicted? Niin, että pitääkö niistä ilmoittaa, että jos katsotaanko me ammuttiin esimerkiksi se pois siitä roikkumastakin sillä asseella.
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Niin nyt se kysyy monikossa. Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
Okei, koska me niillä boltkattereilla ei saatu vettyä silloin siitä kurkusta se irti, niin Kimin mielestä meidän ei pitäisi mainita siitä mitään erityisemmin. But I agree, the waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Okei, purema jäljet.
Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Mielipide. Head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries, predation by birds. Että kuoleman jälkeen. Mä laitan, että non-fatal postmortem.
Agreed. Next injury.
Koska ne on niin pieniä, ei tämmöiset jäljet saa... Ei mitenkään ihminen pysty kuolemaan vaan siitä pikkujäljistä siellä täällä kehoa. Että ihminen on aika kestävä olentona.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Okei, kirjoitetaan ylös.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Niin kun se heitti niitä kiviä toi saatana huumekersa tuohon. Se on kuitenkin ne jäljet pitkälti siitä tullut. Mä otan tätä non-fatal postmortem, että ne on tullut siinä vastaan. Kun se on ollut hirtettynä ja useamman päivää. Mitä se on kohta viikon ollut tuossa ruumissa roikkumassa, niin ne jäljet ja kiveheitot, ne on tuon huumekersan takia, niin en usko, että siitä on syntynyt mitään. Eli non-fatal post-mortemi on meikäläisen.
Right. Next.
Entäs the fourth injury field?
Nothing. Just in case.
Vaihtaa varalta. Okei. Okay. Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Ei kauhean syvä.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Kyllä mä sanoisin, että, ja olettaisin mielipiteenä, että se hirttäminen on se pääsääntöinen syy, mikä se on varmasti tappanut, koska jollei sitten löydy jotakin uusia todisteita tai juttuja ennestään, mutta laitetaan se, että fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned, but it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
No, mites se meni?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
Totta.
We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was the règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
Selvä.
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah. Well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order.
Ei mitään juomia. Laitetaan vaan, että conclude.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Okei, antapa sivu.
For processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Vaihtoehdot, tell me something, dead man. Perception. Search the body one more time thoroughly. Let's bag him, take him away. Let the lieutenant take the body away without further examination. Yritetään puhua sille ruumiille vielä.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Niin, sillä oli se, at autopsy you say you have ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Okay.
Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Small gulp away.
Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners
Perception
and my memento
look in the mouth
mori
plus
feature.
1 ja -1 established probable cause.
Also, see me in your dreams.
Legendary, mä en usko, että mä tuun sitä varmaan löytää. 3% chanssi, tuurillahan se voisi tuki tulla. Ja tuossa lukee kuitenkin, että you may retry it, että periaatteessa uudelleenkin voi yrittää katsoa.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
No mites kynsiä? Housut ehkä?
He pulled down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis has shrunk, crawling halfway back inside him. There is nothing mysterious or noteworthy here.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
Ehkä.
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
There's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okei, mistäs me löytää jääkaappi ruumille?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Okei.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Selvä.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Soon, you'll be looking for clues in a pile of sludge and bones.
Okei, noin. Elikkä meillä olisi se vaihtoehto, että me voitaisiin lähettää tää ruumis niin sinne tutkimuksiin tai näin, tai yrittää löytää teollisuustason kokoinen jääkaappi. Noin. Tätä toistaiseksi ruumis vielä tähän. Mutta meillä tulee kuitenkin kiire, koska se mädäntyy koko ajan. Niin kuin se sanoo, että kyse on enemmänkin tunneista. Täälläkin lukee, että after you have sent the body away, you can't take it back. Tästä Whirling Fritte and maybe Kuno or some other local kids. Jääkaapista. Kysytään.
Fuck does Kuno care?
No, kysytäänpäs jääkaapista vaan.
For the fuck him. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
No missäs päin mukamas?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Cop 3 yard, don't you have civic pride? 17%. Retoritekka 1. Eikä voi uudelleen yrittää. Kokeillaan.
Kuno's a poor kid from a poor neighborhood. Say your job is on the line. He'll sympathize.
Jaa. Kokeillaanko?
The fuck are you doing right now? The fuck is this shit?
Don't pay attention to him. Just keep telling your sad story.
Okei.
It's not that dramatic. We can just send the body to processing.
Kuno's never seen anything so lame. Listen, pig. If you were Kuno, the fuck would you care?
Okei. That'll take too long. Pitäisikö laittaa vaan, että mennään tämmöisellä sympatiareitillä.
Stop shitting yourself in front of the Kuno. Kuno thought you were some kind of big shit. What is this?
Why don't we go pester some other kids now?
Okei.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Nähtävästi ei. Moraali vähän kärsi tolla, kun yritettiin vedota.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Okei.
I come from the woods, gutta vittu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Hyvä virolaiset. Laitta kyttä vittu. No niin.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Jääkaapin hakua sitten. Tämähän menee mielenkiintoiseksi. Mistäs me jääkaappi tähän hätään? Niin sittenhän meillä oli sinne keittiönkin pääsy, eikö ollutkin? Mikäs tuohon tuli?
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears.
Ah!
A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar
Niin kuin me ollaan se auto
sensation
eessä,
washes over you.
niin se hologrammi tulee siitä lappuleesta, tai sitä
There she
vihko-hommasta.
is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
No, look at the perforations.
There are many of them.
and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Lasketaanpa monta riviä.
The first row has 18 dots.
Seuraava.
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Lasketaan.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
Okei. Eli ensimmäisessä rivissä oli 18 pistettä ja sitten on näitä kun lasketaan se seuraava rivi, niin 150-200.
The last row has 3 perforations.
3.
That's it.
Okay. Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Knamer's headlights.
Okay. Katsotaan ympärillä.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, 2 men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez.
Okay.
Let me see. Right here.
Vaihtoehtoja. Seems nice. Seems like a shithole. I'm sure I've seen worse.
No, it does not.
Okei. Tässä Kim nämä kaikki jutut meinaa tässä.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's
Jaa,
see.
jonkinlaisia tilastoja meistä.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
Hyvä toi aivojen puolisko välillä.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Elikkä me ollaan tehty uraa 18 vuotta. Got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land telling horse and liars the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. I was a hope and I lived under a boat. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I went around apologizing all the time. Pitäisikö kysyä, että 18 years I've done this.
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Mennäänpä täällä got drunk like megastar vaikka vaihtoehdolla.
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see.
Niin.
Wow, more than 200.
Okei, eli 200 keissiä ollaan käyty läpi, että emme mikään maailman huono etsivä varmaan olla. Onko se paljon?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Okei. Eli me ollaan aika hyviä. So you're saying I used to be a super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations.
Eli ne viimeiset merkinnät, mitä oli vain 3, niin me ollaan varmistettuja tappoja tehty.
Confirmed kills. That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that fear.
Oh, come on. Addiktiopuoli taas puhuu siellä mukamassa. So I'm a killer. I was expecting a higher number, honestly. That's not too many. It's now a good time to pour one out for the fallen. Mä oletan, että se on varmaan paljon. Mä menen sillä vaihtoehdolla.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Okay.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy, crossing his ankles over said desk. I don't feel anything anymore. It's just like brushing my teeth. I do it once or twice a week and don't really think about it. There's no trace of guilt in his voice.
Okei, elikkä sieltä tulee taas menneet.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Alright.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Pitäisikö kysyä, että onko Kim tappanut ketään?
Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Kuinka Kim käsittelee tämän?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Millaisia harrastuksia?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
Eikä täisikö minulle jotain harrastus?
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Totta.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Okei.
The lieutenant nods.
Okei, jatketaan.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page to the right of the task description. Avattiin joku uusi kyky. Tai toiminto. Onko se sitten, kun laittaa sen...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Can I read the case files now? 42% mahis.
It's proving to be harder than expected. You just don't have the intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Okei. Laitetaan se pois sitten. Okei. Tuolla näkyy oikealla. Name unknown, rank unknown, Superstar Cop 4. Apocalypse Cop 0, Sorry Cop 4, Boring Cop 1, Communist 1, Moralist 1, Good Cop, Bad Cop 3, Honor plus 1, People Killed 3, Cases Solved 216, Years in Service 18 vuotta. Alright.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Okay. Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in the sentence, they sound weird together. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Money. Salam Rocky Baye. Badass on the edge disco cop.
Noniin.
Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Mä saan valita action tai wait, what's that about ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
Okay, fuck it, action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
It's on like Donkey Kong, eiks näin mies? Katsotaanpas. Some kind of superstar tullut nyt tuona. Pitäisikö mun avata sitten uutta settiä tännekin? Käytetään yksi kill pointti. Saahan toi some kind of superstar tohon. Temporary research bonus -2 logiikka still seems unlikely. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one saying you're an actual superstar in the groupies and cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a Lion-esque pose with a big kind of way. Okay. Jaa, logiikka vähän putoaa sitten enempi tai vähempi. Ainakin alkuun joksikin aikaa. Mä en sitten tiedä, kun se joitakin kykyjä ja asioita voi sitten tietenkin unohtaakin, kun niitä käy läpi. Mutta logiikka tulee putoamaan, mutta onko mulla logiikka edes muutenkaan hyvää kykynä? Ei, mullahan logiikkakin hyvin matala. Eikä periaatteessa niin ehkä se ei välttämättä ole tälle kykyseteille välttämättä huonoin vaihtoehto. No niin, nyt se on siellä työn alla.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
The body is down.
Down? Do you mean the body is finally gone?
No, the body is down on the ground.
Oh, right. Can you tell me when you've taken him away then?
No. Do not report back to this random civilian about anything.
Okay. Pigs go home, the street name is illegible. Pitääkö mä lähteä sitä keittiössä käymään, jos se niinkin ollut? Jos siellä olisi jääkaappia. Ei, tallennetaanpas välillä pelikin.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
No, se nukkuu tossa. Kukas tää on? It's all about the money, you know.
Can I help you?
Palautetaan ne avaimet.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Löydettiin uhrivaatteet.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff have put them there? Tai kellä muulla avaimet?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Selvä.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you, anyway.
Tois tulee vastaan niitä kaupungilla vaikka. Okei. Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Entäs sä kävelit unissasi sinne ja pistit ne?
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Totta. Mennään jatkamisella.
Yes.
Me tarvitaan jääkaappia.
Yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
How did you know?
Because you haven't taken it away yet, and it must be stinking hard about now. Well, you're not putting it here, rest assured.
Miksi?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no.
Tää menee varmaan mielenkiintoiseksi löytää jääkaappi ruumille.
Wow. Turned the lieutenant off like he was a busted old radio. He really is the lord of his realm.
Let's go talk to the freight clerk.
Okay. Goodbye. Niin, päästään keittiöönkin. täällä löytyy? Aha. Orders men in overalls toting guns and union placards. Dishes are drying, they smell of chemicals and pine trees. Yes, tuossa. An aroma of spices, alcohol and tomato hangs in the air.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garanzi and Kubek.
Garanzi ja Kubek.
It must be his name. Garanzi. Garanzi Kubek. Sounds representative.
Pitäisikö se vaan sanoa sitten Mr. Kubek?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Tarvitaan jääkaappi, että voidaan säilyttää ruumis.
The man keeps shaking his head. His eyes seem sad. Then he starts swiping crumbs off the countertop.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
I know, Kim, I know. Make stepping motions at the meat on the cutting board, niinku tappajälkiä. I need to get the corpse, point the Kim, into the fridge. Point to the fridge. Need to put dead body in this fridge. Mitä kieltä se puhuu?
He's from Grad, a Koiko.
Koiko.
With the mention of the word Koiko, the cook starts talking excessively, his hands up in the air again. He's happy for some reason.
Iloinen jostain syystä. Ehkä se jotain ymmärtää. Pitäisikö mun kokeilla tätä Kimiä osoittaa ja jääkaappia?
Why am I the corpse? Doesn't matter. I don't think he understood us anyway. He wouldn't be smiling if he did.
No, pitäis mä niitä ihme... Miten on puukotusiskuja lihaan leikkuulaulla?
What are you doing?
The cook looks at you doing the charade and smiles.
Jääkaappia osoittaa.
The cook says something. It's quite animated, but you still don't understand.
I need to put a dead body in this fridge.
Oh, no. Body no fit fridge. Fridge.
Ai, se osaa englantia. Mitäs se on pieni ruumis?
No. I know.
Okay.
Listen to him. This is a man who clearly knows about bodies and fridges, and bodies fitting into fridges.
Okay, we have our answer. It won't fit. We need a bigger fridge.
Sulla on hienot kattilat täällä.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
I don't think I need this I need anything else. Stay masculine. Leave. Okei, se ei mahu tänne jääkaappi. Liian pieni.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Kosketaan kovaa.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Työnnetään ovea.
The door does not budge.
Minnehän tämä ovi johtaa?
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Out of duty we may find something pertinent on to the investigation.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
Yes, a mini-side investigation. No, the door is a mega investigation. The main investigation will merge into stereo investigation. Otetaan tässä tämmöistä pikkujuttua.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Okay. Kysytäänpä.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great.
There's a
love
mysterious
those.
blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
No, mitä se oven takana on?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the frit warehouse, probably.
10 vuotta eikä se ole koskaan nähnyt mitä se oven takana on, kun sille ei ole avainta mukana. Epäilyttävää.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Okei. Tällä ei ole siis
Yes.
avaimia ei oo, ja me ei pääse sillä sitten. Noin. Toi vähän pistää miettimään ihmetyttämään. Okei, tässä meillä on nyt täällä kaikkea puuhaa taas. You put the clothes in the trash. It may take a while. Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes in the trash. Okei, kysytään Kunolta.
Kuno care?
More questions about the crime scene. Discuss the body.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fucking's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
No niin, eli se on ollut hiplaamassa sitä panssariakin sitten.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea.
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Just joo.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Okei, teekö sä ne kiviheittojelit?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Laitetaan tuo selitettä.
Oh, did
hommat.
Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Outoa.
He's thinking the kid has amassed quite the vocabulary of law enforcement terms, but he's not going to stick his nose into this.
Mä voisin siitäkin kysyä, että miten se tietää niin paljon poliisitermistöä.
Good. That's what the lieutenant from Precinct 57 would have done as well.
Puhutaan jostain muusta.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost!
Kysytäänpä vielä tästä mestasta.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Okay.
Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Wow. Se alkaa kauppaamaan. What's so great about these pants? Kokeillaan tuosta.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig.
Okay. There's a stack of Eternite back there. Point the shack. Pystytkö mä niinkö kusettaa ja hämmääkin sitä tyyliä?
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
No.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Tietää, että tuo ei paljon auta meitä kuitenkaan. Ainakin ollaan käyty se läpi. Here's the rest of the armor. Go to the harbor gates as the Jolly Miss Q about the armor. Me sitten jääkaappihommaakin lähteä selvittämään.
This Postla Vantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Mä voin taputtaa sitä ja sanoa, että kiltti postilaatikko tai sitten fuck you mail delivery box ja potkasta sitä. No, ollaan kilttejä.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Yeah. Been there, Postal Adventure mail collection box. Been there. Mail collection box, you should man the fuck up. Samaistetaan.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shut up.
Oh wow. Pääsee
Then you
moraalia
swallow.
takaa siitä.
And then suddenly, you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachon forever.
Okei. Täpä postilaatikko siihen. Kaikkea mielenkiintoista voi löytyä vaan tutkia. Maybe a sea monster did this to Plaza.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Okay. You can revisit the bench if you need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone. Okay. Tässä täällä mennään.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
Selvä.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game.
No niin.
Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Okei. Okay. Pitäisikö mennä sen mukaan, mitä aivot sanoo? I got this ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Hand-eye coordination 72% plus 2 acting without hesitation. Otetaan vaan pokkana. Ei kysytä sen kummosemmin. Katsotaan. Mikä on reaktio. Lennosta vaan.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it.
Alright.
God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time as frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
The man ball is ready. Okei, otetaan vielä ympäristökin.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
There is time for last glancing inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Okay, the inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. Be the bullets. Alright. Nyt lähtee.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
Okay.
What the hell is your problem?
Ei ainakaan heikko oikea. Problem, I don't understand. I'm a god of track and field.
You vandalized our game, son! We can't play petanque with 5 bull!
P-tank. Ai se oli petankia. I thought it was shot put. Oh, petanque, I understand.
No! No, you don't! Our petanque game is ruined! We want our bull back!
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding.
Se pelaa petankia ja meikäläinen vettää kullan työntöä menemään.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug! You are as a goddamn bull!
Okay, I'll try to fix this. The ball is gone and I have murder to solve, alright. No yritetään fiksata jotenkin.
Good! Mistakes are forgiven, but men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Jaa, vanhat ihmiset tykkää huomiosta vai? Tietääkö mitään murhasta?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Okay.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Te tykkäätte pelata Kraterissa vai?
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Jaa. Se oliko vanha kuoppa räjäytyksistä tullut?
Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them sitten?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs.
Hyvin kirjava puhe.
And we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Why shield them here in Martinaise?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Martinaise was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other two are off in Stella Maris.
Eli 08 ja nyt oli mikään vuosi 53 tässä pelissä, niin se on niinkö hieman alle 50 vuotta sitten.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
No, ainakin se selittää sodasta syntyneet vahingot ympäri kaupunkia.
They lit the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinaise they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Yeah, that's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up your mess, now they rule us. This coalition seems quite capable, actually. Communists just don't understand how money works. Ehkä mä yritän pysyä Niin, ehkä mä sanon vaan, että mulle sen kumpuisemmin mielipidettä asiaa.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the right honorable
kissaa ruuaksi ja kusejuomista vuoristossa.
Even if that damn Grand Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Kyllä mietin, että kannattaako näittäkään liikaa keskustella, mutta toisaalta myös oppiakin paljon. Kuka tää sitten oli?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Sitten tää suzerain.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
3%. -1 through the bull in the sea. Tätä mä en saa 3% mitenkään läpi. Mä voisin uudelleen yrittää tuota sitten, vaikka mä tän epäonnistuisikin kerran.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Okay. Tätä toinen tyyppi.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Mukavat.
René.
Keskenään. Toinen on niinku superrento ja toinen on supertiukka.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Kysytäänpä siitä ruumista.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Okay.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Respect?
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone impotent in the Union. I just know everyone.
Jaa, sekä tuntee sen, mitä me haetaan.
Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Claire brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debardeurs all know me.
Okay. Mutta et kuitenkaan oikea jäsen?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card. But Evrard keeps me on the payroll. Just for the little things.
Se kuitenkin saa rahaa tai lahjaa. Mitenhän se luettaisi?
I knew that. He's a Vesavein.
Eikö se teknisesti unioni pyörittää enemmän tätä kaupunkia, tavallaan poliisikkaa niinkö vallan suhteen.
I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence, never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Okei, mitä pikkujuttuja sä teet sitten?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrart and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little penman exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Selvä.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Pitäisikö kysyä, että saako maistaa sen leipää?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Suddenly you realize how hungry you are. The last time you ate must have been God knows when.
Kysytään vaan ystävällisesti.
Believe me, officer. I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to this.
Laittaa verensokeria jo.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
Mä voin valita muuta kuin please friend, let's just share it. Yeah, you're not hearing me, man. I need the sandwich.
Fuck off! It's mine!
Fuck off.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
Okay.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
Vau. Retorikki vielä pystyisi niinku pyytämään sen, että se antaisi sen leivän. Mutta mulla ei riitä varmasti kykyä. Te kokeillaan. 3%.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. Time to get political.
What is political?
This right here is political.
Okay. These options seems awfully fascist or communist. What if I don't wanna say them? Mennäänkö kommunistilinjalla tämmönen, että se on tämmönen alistamisen työkalu verileipällä?
What? What oppressors?
I am not going to listen to this comic gunnery.
Huh?
Let me ask you, comrade, did you make the sandwich yourself? Look, comrade, the over-abundance this sandwich embodies is inherently evil. Nothing actually, let's talk about something else. Ehkä mä yritän
I'm listening, officer.
välttää voileipätaisteluja. Hetkinen, mikä siinä oli äsken? Spiritus chirps and clicks of shallows from there. Okei. Mitäs muuta täältä löydetään? Niin me se pallokin heitettiin, että mistähän me saadaan uusi sitten. Saako tuosta uuden? An immersed bull's worthy of real man. This coin over at the Fuhrer has been banged up in a pool. Täällä vähän kattelee. There's a distant squall of seabirds. Muovipussi. Yellow plastic bag. Replace lost bullkin tuli tehtäväksi tähän. This plastic bag has printed on the dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, multicast of air flies into your face. Smells of yeast and beer. Equip this to collect tear from the streets. Okei. Okay. Kokeillaan sitten vaihtaa tuo taskulamppu toiseen. No niin, nyt meillä on muovipussi kädessä. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Nyt me voidaan dyykata niinku, kun mennään tää muovipussi. Battery's broken window, Tips has windows. Aika näistä löytää tavaraa näistä roskiksista. Mä voin kerätä niinku roskia ja kaikkea irtohommia täällä. Alright. Tämmönen saatiin hauska pikku juttu tänne nyt muovipussin kanssa. Alright. Sitten mietin, että selapas tällä.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Vaihtoehdot. Hello, I am the law. Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Okei. Minkälainen kauppa?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
Okay. What is a book? What's a postcard? What's a board game?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Käypä läpi vaan sillä kaikki.
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
Okay, what's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards. My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Totta kai kysymyksiä.
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Sä tuletko tietämään hyvää jääkaappia?
A fridge?
Vaihtoehtona vaikka ottaa iso jääkaappi, mihin saa ruumiin.
You mean like the ice bear fridge? Man, that's scary.
Mitkä? Jääkarhu? Jääkaappi.
Ice bear fridge?
Yes, like a bear but white. There's a fridge below the building in the basement with red glowing eyes. I went back there once, behind the bookstore.
Jaa.
Mum doesn't want me to go there anymore. Not that I want to. It was pretty scary.
Ja sielläkö oli iso jääkaappi?
Yes.
Okay. One more thing, how do I get inside the building?
That's a problem. The only way in is through the bookstore, but my mum is pretty strict about not letting anyone in. But I don't know, you're a policeman. Maybe you can convince her somehow. Anyway.
No, mikä on sun nimi?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
No, miksi sä oot sitten täällä ulkona kylmässä, jos sulla on äiti sisällä?
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Vielä poleilee. Voidaanko auttaa?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
Tarvis palella.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Mitä jos me puhutaan sille äidille tai kaupan omistajalle?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Eikö sun pitäisi olla koulussa?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this? School is stupid, you're lucky not to be there. What's school anyway? Joo, sä luulet, että koulu pitäisi olla tärkeämpi.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Selvä.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Vai että kirottu, millä tavalla?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Vaihtoehdot. Ass up. Ehkä bankrupti.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
Pitäisikö laittaa, että I don't think curses are real?
They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
Just regular trading and selling of things, Charlie, doesn't work out for most people. Pitäisikö laittaa tuo vaihtoehto?
Of course, sir.
Vieläkin voi kysyä, what is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Why would anyone want to read about crime? Wait, not crime fiction, I need to know what crime is.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Totta. Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
No miltä poliisi näyttää?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like a guy in picture. It's just a stupid fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head. Whoa, look at the guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. Pitäisi laittaa, että me oltiin niinku Mullen ja vähän alettiin sitten tekee omia hommia.
What's that mean?
You know, cut loose, raise hell, blow off steam.
And everything's better now, sir?
I don't know.
Why is that?
Look at me, a hideous beast, a failure of cup, disgrace. Man can never be truly happy who he is. Hyvä pointti tuo ehkä. Mietin tuo kakkosvaihtoehto olisi olla ihan hyvä laittaa.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen.
Nobody actually looks like a guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man.
She looks at Dick Mullen, frowning. Dark, arrogant, violent, likely overcompensating for something. That's not a healthy look. Muscles get bigger, heart grows weaker.
Muscle training is flower arranging for men. I bet he thinks he's a man like that. He isn't. Just unhealthy.
She examines the picture closely. The Vespertine detective exhibits few signs of health or unhealth.
Poor vitality is no way to cut little girl. I could take him down easy.
Sure you could, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your strength. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Compass here. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man.
Totta
It's
kai.
not man and lady business, sir.
What about poor man getting a rich lady? Niin justiinsa. Eikö se ole tasa-arvoa? What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Voisi olla aika tyhmä tarina.
Maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then
mistä sitä
decides
tietää,
not
se olisi
to
hyvin
either,
kirjoittu.
because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Niin, kyllä sitä pitää. What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
Okay. What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Okay. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out. Anything else you're curious about?
That's enough romance for me.
Maybe some about other books?
Okei, entä ne kuuluiset ihmiset?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Okei, voiko minusta olla kuuluisa lukemalla niitä kirjoja?
I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. Taitaa, että fame sounds delicious. Toi kuulostaa niin koomiselta.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show him. Taitaa tuo.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Okei, kokeillaanko me että... Wow, +1. Should be a book of you. Tuli helpotti kokeilla. 72%.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Totta.
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
But you don't need to be worried, I'm here to help. You can show them to me. Actually, I try to not deduce anything. Että vois se me ollaan auttamassa.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Puree kynsiä.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands
Yleensä
folded?
se puree kynsiä tai tälleen, niin jostakin on hermostunut joku alitajunnan juttu tai aktiivinen juttu. No, anteeksi. She shoots you a suspicious glance. Otetaanpa tää. Yes.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She actually is impressed. This is more like a defensive reflex.
Want more? I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. Kokeillaan. Haastetaan.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Vau, mä voin valita. It means you're recycling your body materials. But you're uptight because of your mother and pressure she's putting on you. Toisi niinku psykologisesti järkevin vaihtoehto.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in the town. Kuulostaa niin kusipää vastaukselta.
It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Okay.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Okay. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? Maybe you could point me towards some booze. I'm having a grand time. I'm also sad and my head hurts. Okay, me kysytään, että how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
Okay. I'm having a grand time. I'm also sad and my head hurts. I'll let that my grand time.
I sure hope you are, sir.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Outoa. Uusi tullut. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Me ehkä saadaan tuota myöhemmin kokeilla.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls.
Oh wow.
It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists or prime ministers.
Tää on mielenkiintoinen.
And you're the first one.
-1 logiikka, price of self-delusion, mutta sitten learning capit nousee aika monellekin jutulle 6. Alright. Tuota kykypistettä pystyisi heittämään sitten useampaakin settiin. Ainoa mitä mä tosiaan mietin justiinsa, että joo, että pistetähän mä voisin täältä alkaa heittelemään ja näin, mutta mä mietin sitten, että kun tulee näitä kunnon tilanteita ja settejä. Ja sitten toki miettii niinkö tyyli kuin Inland Empirekin, siitä on ollut ihan mukavasti apua näistä. Enitenhän mä saan niinku pisteitä juurikin tähän fyysiseen ja psyykkiseen puoleen heitettyä, että sieltä voisi löytyä ihan juttujakin mihin laittaa. Intellektiin mulla on niinku tosi vähän heittää, että sitä ei varmaan kannata mun hyödyntää mihinkään. Fridge victim's body. Check out the fridge in the commercial building across from the railing. Mitäs tällä näkyy? This book has a rose pistol and half-naked dame on its cover. The cover stands very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book's about Pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Boyadero culture, it promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future, the government reads your mind using radio technology. Tää vedän noit kyltit tosta. Martinez Pier. Roundabout North. Siinä tuli äsken jotain. The book appears to be erotica, but without actual erotica. No niin. Tehdään tallennus tähän. Tehdään tästä seuraava setti. Alright. Se on seuraavan osa siis.